Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be doing Machina's event. This is Keeper of Fear Chaos. The team I'm using is going to be Agrias, Vincent, and Sherlotta. Agrias and Vincent are two of my favorite characters, so this is a great chance for me to show them both off. Alright, so going right into the first wave here. Agrias is obviously boosted for this event, so she's going to be really good. Sherlotta's here to generate Brave and not eat up turns. And Vincent's going to be really good in the second wave, but he's also kind of a liability in the first one. These guys eat thunder. Now, he's still capable of fighting because of his fire imperil he inflicts, but he's not good enough for this first wave. So he's going to need to take 2 or 3 turns no matter what I do to get through this. So I'm using them on the front end so that I can swap him out then. The reason I'm doing them on the front end and not the back end of swapping my friend in for him is I'm sort of hoping that my guest, Agrias, can finish them off and still have a turn or two into the next wave to drop her second Hallowed Bolt. It's not necessary to complete this, but it is going to inflate the score a lot because there's a big chunk of damage right off the get-go. Now, just looking into it here, I don't like to use multiple Light of the Crystals to get her EX up, and I don't like to use Light of the Crystal and Crystal Core Wave on the same turn. So I do try to stretch that out. If you don't, she'll run out of steam with this team by the end. The most important thing is just keeping sap on both targets. That's going to pretty well keep their Brave in check. They might HP attack once in a while, but it's not going to kill anybody. Okay, so here I think I'm going to swap in my friend here. Obviously, you open with Hallowed Bolt, you do 3 Judgment Blades, and then another Hallowed Bolt. You have to open with this, because otherwise it will not be up in time to use again. It's a very long cooldown. These guys use a lot of Thunder spells anyway, so this is going to silence them pretty effectively. Alright, so generally, you're either going to do a Light of the Crystal into a Hurl Staff, or just a Hurl Staff with her. I think I'm going to go just a Hurl Staff here, just to keep sap on. I think her EX will be up next turn anyway, and like I said, I don't like to do her 2 abilities on the same turn, so I'd rather put it off an extra turn. It's mostly just because she'll run out of abilities with this team. Okay, so this is my Agrias, so I'm probably just gonna HP attack here. Her HP plus is very strong. It generates Brave and Brave hits before the HP attack, so if she's already got a little Brave, that's often a good use of a turn. If she doesn't have any Brave, you're better off using either of her abilities. Friend, of course, is just gonna spam attacks the whole time. Alright, so her EX is finally up. I'm going to use just that, and then I'm going to HP attack. Like I said, try to alternate skill 1 and her EX. Don't use them on the same turn unless you absolutely need to set up for a burst, or you absolutely need her EX to get out of danger. Okay, so my Agrias has her EX up. Usually going to be the best bet. Sometimes you want to hold it to silence a specific attack. In this case, I just want the damage, and with the EX buff up from Sherlotta, that's going to do a lot of extra damage. And you can see silence does shut them down pretty nicely, so that's actually really quite handy. Alright, so here people can benefit from the Brave gain, and that'll put me up to max stacks on Knight's Pride, so that's always nice. Might go with an HP attack, might go with a Judgment Blade. Yeah, Judgment Blade's going to be the best bet here. Okay, so this is actually perfect. It's going to delay my friend Keistis, like, super far. And FF6 is the attack he did to blow your teammates away. So it's actually kind of fun that he has that attack in this game. And that delay works out incredibly well for me, because it's going to allow me to use Agrias' attack into the next wave. It's actually sort of fortunate, but not necessary. Alright, so the goal with this wave is going to be a little bit cheesy. So it's a lucky paralyze. Alright, so I'm going to use Hallowed Bolt. This, of course, she's going out after the next turn. This is going to deal a lot of damage, 80,000 to each. Sherlotta's HP plus. Um, Obviously, it inflicts sap, but it also inflicts a small int brave down debuff. It's one of the few debuffs these guys are not immune to is int brave down. You see, I took an HP attack here. It's not gonna matter. I have so much just regen between Agrias and Sherlotta that there's basically no risk there. Hopefully they'll try to do like a thunder attack in this little lamb. They might not. It doesn't really matter. All right, so as I was saying, Int Brave down. Vincent can inflict 80% Int Brave down with Deadly Beast Flare. This is going to reduce their Int Brave to 0 and is going to let me cheese a large portion of this fight. Now, of course, the issue here is once they drop under 80% health, that doesn't work anymore. However, if I just focus most of my HP damage on only one of them, that allows me to keep the other one just permanently re-breaking. And as you can see, they'll keep doing these 0 damage HP attacks because between Sap and the 0 Int Brave, they're not going to ever have any Brave. So they waste a ton of turns just wasting these 0 damage HP attacks. Now, eventually, incidental damage is going to knock both of them under 80% no matter what I do. I've got area damage from Agrias. I've got splash damage from Vincent's EX. I'm going to have to keep reapplying Sherlotta's debuff to both of them. So eventually the second one, which is going to be B in this case, is going to drop below that and you can't cheese it anymore. But this is going to let me knock A down probably to about 50% health before I even have to consider B as being a part of this fight or being a threat at all. It effectively just locks it down, which is pretty cool considering they're immune to attack down, which is normally Vincent's primary defensive tool. Since I can't use that, this works pretty well in place of it. All right, so Vincent decisions here. Anytime I've got any Brave, like even like around 10k, I'm probably going to use an HP++. It's going to help him have a little more lasting power, and it slows him down a little bit. That said, if he has less Brave than that, I'm almost always going to use an ability. Now, the other benefit here, of course, is because his HP++ is a area attack. You can keep breaking B with it even while aiming at A. Here I'm force using a skill because I needed to actually shave meaningful Brave off of A. And because while their defense is lower, I'm going to deal extra damage with abilities, so sometimes it's worth front-loading those a little bit. So you can see this is going to break B, and since it breaks every other turn, it's just absolutely amazing. This might do enough damage to knock B under the threshold. We'll see here. Yep, so I can no longer cheese B, but you can see I did a ton of damage to A without any threat from it, which is really nice. Okay. So I always want to use some kind of ability on Sherlotta most turns, mostly because it's going to keep her EX charging, and that's really important. I want to keep that buff on, especially for things like Nightmare Shot, because this is going to do a ton of damage. Okay, so you may have noticed I'm switching my focus over to B now, the one that I was ignoring before. Now that I can't cheese it anymore, I want to kind of bring them down pretty much at the same time. The reason is I have a lot of area damage, Judgment Blade, all of Vincent's abilities. So I deal a lot more Brave damage when there's a second target. I don't want to kill just one. And also, if you do finish off just one of them, you're gonna probably find that the stat boost the other one gets is gonna slow you down even more, especially for that last half of the health bar. Alright, so not really a threat. Vincent should remove a lot of this, and there's double sap. Yep, took away all the Brave. So here, I might just use a Hurl Staff, because she already has... her EX will charge next turn no matter what. And I didn't want to use a Light of the Crystal and her EX in the same turn. I just want to generate more turns of Brave. I just think that works out a little bit better. Okay, so turn order here is fine. Okay, and his EX is up, so pretty much use this anytime it's available. The double sap is nice, so they're immune to poison, which is sort of the obvious counter to them building a lot of Brave with their attacks, but they're not immune to sap. Even if they were, these are both framed saps, but keep that in mind if you're trying to look for another way to get around their Brave generation. Vincent's EX also lowers their defense, which is really nice for any chaos fight. Defense down is always good. It's a 40% reduction, so it's actually pretty powerful. Okay, good turn for an HP plus. She already has a lot of Brave. Okay, so you'll notice these guys Brave attack a lot. If they're broken, they're probably going to do something that generates a lot of Brave, so you do need some Brave shaving power here. There's a lot of ways to do it, but Vincent hits surprisingly hard, especially if they're already debuffed just a little bit, so I don't need to bring a gravity character or anything along for this. Alright, so this is their Brave plus HP attack. They're going to do this pretty frequently. As long as they don't break the person they're aiming at, you can see it doesn't do that much damage. If they do break the person, sometimes it can be dangerous, but it's usually only going to be lethal if the other one is also queuing its all HP attack or something. Alright, so here I'm sort of debating if I want to start setting up for a summon. I don't think I do yet, so it's tough. This is a good time. Yeah, I'll use it. The reason is they're both starting to get under half health. She has a ton of Brave. Her EX was up. It's a good time to do it. Also, I think I have it queued up, so everybody is going to get to do an EX attack during this. You can see Vincent hits for max damage anyway. So this is going to hit weakness on both of them because of Thunder weakness and Thunder enchant from Rama. I think Vincent's got 2 more turns. He should get a Nightmare Shot here. I don't know if I still have Fire Weakness applied now I think about it. That might have been the wrong move, but alright, so there's Nightmare Shot. That's definitely going to deal max damage. Actually, it didn't. That's actually really quite surprising. Maybe I bumped off Thunder Weak or something here. So I'm going to use her EX here. I don't want to use Crystal Generation for a tiny bit of damage just because I wanted to do it during the summon. I'd rather do it now. It's going to hit harder. And this is nice because I do get a chase out of this. That may help push my score over because my turn count's probably going to be pretty tight with this team. Getting 1 launch might be all it takes. Alright, so now that they're low, now's when I'm going to start looking at delaying them because they're going to get a little bit HP attack spammy at this point in the fight. So if I can just stall them out a little bit, that's going to go a long way. You can see my attacks are starting to do less and less damage. Their defense is very high at this point. Alright, so I use his HP plus just because I'm trying to slow him down a little bit. I don't want him taking another turn here before he gets some Brave from Sherlotta, and that could have happened. Crystal Generations, still got 2 of them left. If I had focused a little too much on one of them, now would be a good time to use, like, say, all 4 of them on one target to burn it down. Since they're both still standing, it's perfect. Everything's going right. So again, I'm going to delay them 1 more time. Their Brave is nice because it lets them break optimally there. It's sort of annoying if, like, B had lower Brave and would have broken first. Okay. And again, just trying to slow them down a little bit. Her EX is ready, so we'll go ahead and pop that. I should be able to do my last Crystal Generation here, just to do a little bonus damage. Okay. Let's see what she has left. 1 Knight's Pride. Okay. So I'm going to use an HP attack first. I'll probably do Knight's Pride followed by her EX. I think that'll bring it up. Alright, so I have a Nightmare Shot, and then I may be able to milk out 1 more Nightmare Shot after using all of his abilities, so we'll see. So these HP attacks are not going to be a problem. I have so much health regen. It's not going to be an issue. And Knight's Pride here is going to generate some Brave as well, so... Or some healing, rather. Yes, it generates Brave, but it's also going to heal everyone, so... Okay, so she's almost out of abilities. I'm going to use a Light of the Crystal here because I might be able to get one more use of her EX. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to aim at the bright one because I might be able to break it. I didn't. Her defense too high, but that was what I was going for there. I think the left one actually has a little bit more HP, so that might have been a better target. But if nothing else, that stops it from HP attack. So they're both queuing up an all HP attack. This could be annoying if it happens right here at the end of the fight. Hopefully I can prevent this from being a big problem. So let's see here. Gonna go ahead and pop a Beast Flare. Not quite enough to kill it. Hopefully her EX is up, and it is. I think this will finish off B, but maybe not A. Nope, still alive. Just barely. I think Sherlotta can finish it here. Her EX should be up. Hopefully this doesn't triple break me, because that could be a problem. Okay, no, I'm good. So her EX is up. That may be enough to knock off the Brave. And might be enough to kill it with an HP attack. If it's not, I should still have an extra use of her C65. Yeah, and that kills it. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and good luck on your own runs. As you can see, I'm going to hit all the conditions here. So, alright, that's it. Bye guys.